Hello everyone, welcome back to the Power BI tutorials. In this project, we are working on the Olympics dataset, that is the historical dataset containing 120 years of the Olympics Games data. In the previous few videos, we have already seen the data cleaning process and we have already created few visualizations. So in the first video, we created these two visualizations, then we created these three visualizations in this second video. So as I have asked you all to create different color schemes for your visualization, this particular visualization, I have chosen mine, that is just like from the darkest of the bronze color all the way to gold. So this is kind of a middle distribution of the colors. That's what I have taken as a theme for this particular distribution. Just because I want a color contrasting theme for my Power BI report as a whole. You can choose whatever colors you want, you're free for that. Now what we are going to do is work with the two parameters that are remaining, that is the age and the year parameter, to create visualizations, right? So first of all, let's just work with the age parameter because that is going to be a simple visualization. I'm going to create a chart known as the ribbon chart. So this is the ribbon chart. Let me just get it and go into the focus mode. This shows the values in the form of the ribbons, just like this. So the parameter that we are going to do work with is the age. So let's just get it into the axis. So what I'm going to do is get the data that what is the distribution of the medals by age. Is there any relation between the age of the athletes and the medals they have won? So let's get this medal count into the values part. So this is what we are getting. Again, there is a slider that is present. So what we are getting is the ages, that is the mid 20s or the early 20s or the late 20s, that is basically 20 to 30 is the age that is getting us the most number of medals. But this is not a very good visualization, good looking visualization, because as you can see, the ages are not properly distributed. We have got till 30, then we have got 18 and then so on, because the distribution or the sorting is on the basis of the count of the medals. So first of all, what we are going to do is in the options, we are just going to sort it by age, so as to get the distribution of the ages like this. So as you can see, this is what we are getting, the trend like this. So this is the main trend actually, that the people from age 10 are starting to get medals, but there is a peak in 2025, that is in the mid 20s, and then there is a slight decline in the number of the people that are getting these medals. So 45 till 13 or from 10 to 45 is the optimum value for analysis. That is where the peak is there and that is where the peak is declining, right? So this is only the values that we are concerned with. So what we are going to do is we are just going to apply the filter. So let's just get this, and what we can do is actually select the values from 10 to 45. So 10 to 45, or what we can do is just select all and remove all those values. Actually 10 to 45, that's the values that we want to select. You can just select all of these values. So let's just select all those values and then we will see how to proceed further. So now we have selected all the ages values. The reason why we had to manually select all of them was because there was no range of the age that was available. So yeah, this is what we are getting finally. Now what we are going to do is use this medal in the legend criteria as well. So as to get this kind of a ribbon, again we have to remove this NA from the medals and make sure only gold, bronze and silver are there. Then we can format the data colors to the related colors. So brown, gold and gray respectively to get the information like this. Okay. Now this is the visualization that we have got. We can go back to report and increase its size like this. Okay, so this is how it is looking. Now the last parameter that we have left is the year parameter. So what we are going to do is we are going to see the distribution on a yearly basis, that is that how many medals were given on a yearly basis, or we can see the distribution of the participants, the number of the participants that we got in each year, or something like this. Okay, so let's just get a line chart for this purpose, and let's go to the focus mode to see what works for us the best. Get the year into the axis. If we get the number of sports that were played, so we can just get the count of the sports. So this is the data, that is the highest number of sports that were played in the 1992 Olympics. Then every alternate years there is less sports, more sports, the less sports, the more sports, like this. So basically it is a distribution with the between the winter and the summer Olympics, that we are getting the distribution among the number of sports played. So this is not a very good measure. Let's just remove this sport. If we get the count of name, here what we are getting is the players who have played. Okay, so here we can get the count distinct feature, that is what will happen in this case is we would be getting the unique names. Like if we are talking about the count of something, so if there are 3 bronze, so it will count 3, but if there is a count distinct, it will tell me that how many, what is the occurrence of that character. So 3 bronze will be counted only as 1, that is 1 unique value. Okay, so this is the difference between the count distinct and the count. Again, this is not a very good measure, so we can remove that. We can get the number of participants based upon the gender, right? Or we can just get the name into the values field, the count of the name into the values field, and we are getting how many male and the female participants were there. So as we can see, the number of the male participants was increasing steadily until the 1992 Olympics, and then it dropped suddenly. Okay, and this is the date of the Summer Olympics. So in this also there were not that many participants as they were in the 1992 Olympics. Similarly, in the females also, the number is steadily increasing in the 1992 Olympics, but just as whatever the value we got is around over 5,000. So this is exactly the value that we are getting for the female participants. Even they are increasing in numbers. So the male participants and the female participants, the difference between them is decreasing. It was the largest in the 1992 Olympics, but as of the 2016 Olympics, it's decreasing. So this is a very good visualization through which we can do analysis. So what we are going to do is we are going to go with this visualization. Just the thing is, we have to change the data colors and the title and basically the formatting part, which we can all do later on. So that's something that we can do. Now this is all about the visualizations that we have created. One more thing is that we can create some of the cards in our Power BI report. So what is the purpose of these cards? These cards are used to show important information in just a glimpse, right? So you don't have to search for visualizations, you don't have to search for anything else. You can just go to that card and get a basis of what the thing is there and what purpose it could be used for. So let me get few cards. This is the card visualization over here. You can get it here, and we can get the fields, like we can get the number of medals. Like if we want the count of the medals, so count of the medals, that is the total number of medals that were given. But if you want a particular kind of a medal, like how many gold medals were given, so what we can do over here is apply the filter. When the value okay, we can just select this. Okay, what we can do is just select it to count. That would give us the count of the total number of medals, but if we just select count distinct, so it will give us 5, because we are getting the values of the blanks and the NAs as well, right? So we need to filter those values. So let's see how can we filter it. Here is the filter option. We can just go to right. So in order to filter that, what we can do is just drag this medal directly into here and apply only bronze, gold and silver. So only the count of these medals is being shown. That is the total number of medals that were given. If you want the visualization to show some other information, like we can just copy this particular visual and we can paste it here, right? Or we can actually copy it from this option and paste it here to get a similar visualization just like this. And here what we are going to do is instead of all these, I am just going to get the number of the gold medals that were given. So a total of 13.37 gold medals were given. If you want to just change it, the thing that is written, you can go to this option of category. Here you can just make the changes, and if that is not visible, you can just turn this category off from here, and you can go to this title option. Here you can just turn this title to on and provide a text. So let me just provide it with gold. Like that means that it tells us the number of the gold medals that were given. We can increase the size a little bit so that it is visible now, and just like this. So this is how you can create the cards for the different medals. Similarly for the silver and the bronze medals as well. Right. Now, if you want to create cards on some other value, like let me just paste this card once more. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a card on the basis of the countries that have participated, right? The total number of the countries that have participated. So let me just get that country into this fields and select the count distinct of countries. Because why count distinct? Because that would give me the actual number of countries, but if I just select the count, then it would give me the total occurrences of all the countries. Like if in America 3,000 athletes have won, or 3,000 athletes have participated over the 120 years, so 3,000 would be the count of America, but count distinct value would trim it to 1. So this is the purpose by which these things are used. Again, we can get a card for basically anything else, like if you want that how many sports were played, so you can just get it into the fields option and just select the distinct count, so as to get the actual number of sports that were played. In case you suspect that there might be the blank values as well, you can just drop it here and see, yeah, the blank was there. So we can just remove this blank from here to get the actual number. Similarly for the countries also, you can just drop it here and select all and make sure to remove the blanks from there. Okay, or if you want any kind of a filter to be applied on this particular page, you can drag it into this area, or if you want the filters to be applied on all the pages, then you can drag it into this area and that filter would be applied to all the pages, right? So now what we are going to do is we are almost finished with all the visualizations that we need to create. In the next video, what we are going to do is just create some more cards on the basis of just try to create the cards on the basis of all of these values, and then we would try to just use them all in the form of a reports. So we would be looking at few things that we must keep in mind while creating a report, and then we would be using them all to create a report. So that is it for this video. Thanks for watching.